In a quiet village surrounded by green hills, there lived a young shepherd boy who spent his days watching over a flock of fluffy white sheep. Every morning he climbed the hill with the sheep and his loyal dog while the wind moved softly through the tall grass. The boy often felt lonely on the hill. The sheep quietly grazed, the clouds slowly drifted by, and the day seemed very long. One afternoon, while looking down at the tiny houses of the village, the boy had a clever but unkind idea. He ran toward the edge of the hill and waved his arms, pretending to be frightened. The villagers rushed up the hill to help him, believing something terrible had happened. But when they arrived, they found the sheep peacefully eating grass and the boy laughing at his trick. The villagers returned to their homes, disappointed but hopeful the boy would learn from his mistake. A few days later, the boy grew bored again. Forgetting the worried faces of the villagers, he repeated the same trick. Once again, the villagers ran up the hill to help, and once again they found nothing wrong. This time they left the hill shaking their heads, their trust beginning to fade. Far away in the forest, a gray wolf watched the hillside carefully. One evening, as the sky turned golden and the sheep gathered close together, the wolf quietly stepped out from the trees and crept toward the flock. The boy saw the wolf and felt a sudden rush of fear. He ran across the hill, waving his arms and calling for help, hoping the villagers would come. But in the village below, the people remembered the boy's tricks. They continued their work, believing the boy was playing another game. The brave shepherd dog barked loudly and chased the wolf around the hill, protecting the frightened sheep. After a tense chase, the wolf finally slipped back into the dark forest. When the sun set, the boy sat quietly beside his sheep. The wind felt colder than before, and the hill seemed much larger and lonelier. That evening he walked back to the village with a heavy heart. He had learned that trust is like a delicate thread. Once it is broken, it becomes very difficult to mend. From that day forward, the boy chose honesty over tricks, and slowly the villagers began to trust him again. And on the quiet green hill, the boy discovered that telling the truth is the strongest and most important promise a person can keep.